where were you at when we started 3 months ago?
I was brand new to this. Like most 60-year-olds, we've had good careers or pretty good careers. And what I've really missed was working on the emotional side of things. I was on the apps and I was doing all those types of things, but nothing was really triggering. I also was completely afraid of doing any kind of cold approaches. That was just not something that I could do. And we're far, far past that stage now.
What scared you about the cold approaches?
What has scared me the most is that the rejection, or you're a creep, or you're too fat, or you're too ugly, or something along those lines. And what we found, and what I found going alone, what you found, you and I going, which was an amazing experience, but we found that people like to be approached. They were okay with being approached. Not all of them, it's not black and white, all of them, but a lot of them really appreciated it. And when we would charge our social battery and just say hi to people, there was a lot of goodness just out of that, saying hi to people and then saying how you doing and looking at premise and really kind of thinking about the situation. What are they wearing? What are they drinking? And just, with just the mindset shift on approaching people completely changed. But I was just scared of approaching in general.
How about on the online side? I remember you were pretty frustrated about the online shit.
Yeah, the online was a lot of ghosting. I had been on multiple apps and was just getting some hits, but not a lot of hits. And I just, through our work was really about constantly tweaking the messaging, constantly tweaking the pictures, looking at the premise of what your, there was 4 or 5 different categories of what your photos should look like. And that whole makeover of the online app was great. That was a great process.
Yeah, it was cool seeing you get real consistent dates online, and then also doing the in-person work. How do you feel like the in-person work crossed over with the online work or your dates?
I think the in-person work just gave you a new set of confidence, a new set of how to keep the conversation going, how to have more premise around, how to be a little flirty, how to do push-pull, how to do just kind of build that emotional connection with people. And so that's where I think the in-person and then the online date to then go to a coffee really worked out well, because through the 3-month period I did a ton of coffees, and it was all using these emotional things that we had went through in person when you and I met, or when we went onto the group calls. And you just learn so much on the group calls as well. These guys are amazing on those group calls. I absolutely loved them.
It's awesome, man. You were the cool uncle. It was great.
Yeah, Uncle Bill. Yeah, that was a cool one.
Bill the Butcher.
It was great. Those guys are great.
You had so much growth. If you could pick one thing that was the biggest way that you changed or the biggest benefit for you, what was it?
It was focusing on the emotional side of things. When I came in, I didn't have any emotional intelligence. And I think now I have much more emotional intelligence. I don't think it's a black and white bad statement. I acknowledged I really needed help in this area. And that's what we did. That's what we focused on. The alchemy of self, the 6 human needs, all those tools that we went through that I do on a regular basis. And then the journaling. I absolutely love the journaling. And so the journaling just helps you release all your thoughts and things that you're thinking about. So it was wonderful. It was just wonderful. But I would say my biggest learning is the emotional side of things, which I think most successful businessmen are not focusing on. Right?
I think you're right. I mean, we talked about how we tool ourselves up for the demands of our life. And so if you're in business and you're really driving that career forward, it's like you've tuned the machine that is you to optimize for business, which means you're not optimized usually for relationships, for the emotional side. Who would you recommend this work to? Like, who do you think would really?
So I'm a widower. So anyone whose wife has passed, I was in a 35-year marriage, so it's night and day from early 90s to now. I'd highly recommend that. I highly recommend that middle 55, 56, 57, 60-year-old man who basically just got divorced or just got separated, or someone who's not been married, who wants to figure out what it's like now. What are the dating apps like? How do you tweak the dating apps? But really, you got to be into fixing your emotional side of things. You really have to be focused on that. So I would recommend it to anyone who really wants to fix that side, and then also learn the latest techniques in dating.
It's awesome. There's always hesitation to taking a risk like this. Like it's scary doing coaching and like exploring the dark sides of your own mind and psychology and shit. What almost stopped you from doing it?
The unknown, right? Kind of the unknown of what I was getting into, the time commitment, because I'm really busy with multiple things, but it's really the unknown. It is the unknown of what the voyage was going to take me through the 3 months, and then also, was I ready? Had it been long enough since my wife has passed where I was emotionally ready? And at the time, I was emotionally ready, and I dove right in, and I'm so glad I did.
What would you say to someone who feels like they don't have enough time for it, or doesn't know if they're ready, or is scared of the unknown of it all?
Yeah, I think you got to go for it. You just have to say, go for it, right? Just do it, with what Nike says. I mean, if you're really, really passionate about changing a particular side of you, you got to do it. You just have to do it and jump in and do it. And let everything, you will find the time. You will do, you will make the time. Isaac will adjust stuff for you. But I would just say, just do it. Just get in there and do it.
What are you most proud of from this whole thing?
I think the proudest I am is the emotional side of things. I think I can go into relationships with a much smarter approach, a much more caring approach, a much more listening and understanding approach, and then really understanding how women operate, and just really trying to piece through that and choosing whether I want that or I don't want that. And I think that is something I just had no idea. And you're not going to learn that out of a book. You're not going to learn that on TikTok or YouTube. You have to be immersed in it. So if that's really important to you, like it was to me, you have to make the investment and immerse yourself in it, because it's an awesome experience.
What did it unlock for you? Like, what can you do now that you couldn't 3 months ago?
Oh, I could definitely cold approach. 100% cold approach. I have no problems cold approaching. Literally walking up, and not walking up to just anyone that is there. I'm talking about cold approaching women that I'm attracted to, and have no problem talking to them. Have no problem calling out the bags that they're carrying, or ask them what's in their coffee cup, or, did you bankrupt yourself by all the shopping you made? Some sort of push-pull kind of that scenario. I have no problems doing that now. I actually loved it. I was going to a local mall. I went 3 or 4 times on my own. Isaac and I did it once. That was that thing that kind of broke the mold. And then I just kept going back and doing it. And I absolutely loved it. It was wonderful. And they were so open to it. And that was maybe COVID or whatever, or just how you approached it. But they were completely open to it, which people don't think they will be.
Preach, man. So cool. More people need to hear that.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts that you want to share with a younger Bill?
Yeah, just a huge thank you. A younger Bill, I would say, just do it. Just do it. Just commit the time, commit the energy, do the homework, and basically get out there and do it. And it will change your life, because you will be a better person overall when you're in a relationship and you're actually connecting them with your other half at a different level, a different emotional level.
Amazing, man. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you.
For people to hear this, man.
Yeah.
It matters. Like, obviously they're hearing my voice over and over again because they're on my page, but it's one thing to hear it from me. Everyone knows I have an agenda. Like,
Yeah.
I profit off of them wanting to do it.
Yeah.
So it's really going to help a lot of people to hear it from you.
Great. Yeah,
Like,
no, I'm telling you, it was a great experience. I absolutely loved it. It was wonderful. I thank you so much. It was wonderful. I just think it's great. So use it however you want. I don't care. I'm very proud of it. I'm proud of what I've become with it.
Thank you for all your effort, man, and your
Yeah, of
dedication
course.
and courage. It's hard to do. I mean, people think of courage as the external stuff, like approaching the women, which you did also.
Yeah.
But I mean, the hardest battle for most of us is the one inside.
Yeah.
And you attack that shit with courage as well. So
Sure did. Yeah.
salute, man.
I tried.
It was awesome.
Yeah. But all right, thanks, Isaac. Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.